Hey guys, we're back and we're with a 2024 Volvo XC40. They've given me this one from the dealer. I've gone in and asked them to fix something under the warranty, and yeah, they've given me this one. And some interesting observations I've got with this one compared to the one I have. And this is the post-updated model with the different headlights, which are nice, but I actually think I prefer the ones on my one better. And they've also changed the logo just slightly here, but it also could be to do with this trim that I've got. The one we have is the inscription, so it does have a front-facing camera. I have not seen evidence of one on this, and of course this is the hybrid version. Ours is just pure petrol. So let's have a look inside, because the exterior is pretty similar. But this looks like it might be the Momentum trim. I don't even think it's called Momentum anymore though. They've called it something else. And it is pretty much very similar in here, but there are lots of little differences which make it feel not bad, but it does definitely feel a little bit more base model. The wheel is the same, but we look down and yeah, we've got some cloth seats, which are really nice, and like sitting in there, they're comfy, but they just do feel like pretty standard cloth seats. You know, they feel okay. They don't feel as good as, honestly, they don't feel quite as good as the old seats in my Volvo 240. And then you'll notice there's less piano black plastics here, which might actually be a good thing. They're going to scratch up a lot less, of course. Got a nice leather kind of armrest here. Don't have the crystal gear shifting here, but there is something I have noticed, and they now have upgraded to USB-C, which I think is a nice addition. Something else is this is all running on the new Google software, which I thought was going to maybe be a good thing, but I think it's also because I'm not used to this. It does look good, but I actually don't mind the system, the old system that was Volvo's one either. There doesn't seem to be as much customization in the driving style of this one, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing actually, but there's no option to change drive modes. But of course I'm unsure if that's just a base model thing. A few differences up here in this console. There's some more buttons here for messaging, the SOS sent to Volvo. No sunroof in this one, but yeah, this is a brand new one as well. I think it's only done a couple of thousand, maybe like 2,000 kilometers or something. They might be using it as a demo model, but giving it to me today. Of course, they've got the aluminium trim, which I prefer the wood trim that is in our one, but it's still pretty nice. Not everyone likes wood trim. I actually think Tesla has some of the best looking wood trim. I'm not particularly a Tesla guy. I mean, that's why it's a Volvo channel, right? But yeah, it's good. Now, what's it like to drive though? Interestingly, I actually think the one I have is a bit nicer to drive, and I was pretty surprised when I got in this, and I kind of felt that way about it, which was odd. I like electric cars. I've driven a number of electric cars, quite a few Polestars and stuff, a C40 as well, and I've always enjoyed them. This one, it kind of feels like a halfway between the both, but it doesn't feel great either way, I felt. I mean, I think a lot of that is due to drivetrain, and this being like one of the more base model ones. But yeah, I kind of was expecting to be maybe a little bit more exciting, have a bit more of that talk. But yeah, I actually think a Camry feels a little bit better to drive than this on a hybrid way, which I was a little bit disappointed about, because I actually was considering getting one of these, but a little bit too expensive. I didn't really want a new car either. I wanted to just, you know, didn't want it to depreciate on me. So interesting. Not bad though. I wouldn't call it bad. I just quite like the one we have with the all-wheel drive and being able to adjust to driving modes a little bit. But it's a nice car. It is. I do miss some of the lights that we have on ours, and our one has some interior lights as well, where we can change the mood and put some colors in. Not really a big fan of these wheels. They're a little bit boring, I think. But apart from that, look, it's a nice car drive. It's comfortable. Definitely feels solid. I felt safe on it. Definitely has presence. I mean, look, it's the same as the one I have. It's a B4, just for reference. But I have noticed one thing. Now, I've taken this in to get the tailgate looked at. Look at that, the tailgate is not open the whole way. And it's just interesting that mine is in there for a different tailgate issue. I actually have to push this all the way up. And this is a brand new car, so, you know, not really great. I'm not sure if there's like a feature there or something. I just don't know. So this only has a reverse camera as well. That's something I really miss about my other car, which hopefully I'll be getting back soon, is the 360 camera. Is just, oh man, I just can't, I don't know if I can live without it on it anymore. Like, of course, my 240, which is hanging out over here at the moment. If you guys want to have a quick look at it. Of course, it's so easy to see out of the back of that thing. Don't even need a 360 camera because you can just see out of everywhere. This, I mean, look, there's just like this huge pillar here. The visibility is not great out of the back. And there's a lot of blind spots. So having that 360 camera is just like incredible. If you are thinking about getting like a car like this, if you can spend the extra or find a model that's a little bit older than 360, I really do recommend it. A few other things this one doesn't have, features that I really like on mine, is this does not have the premium audio system. And yeah, I was really looking for a premium audio system when I bought my one, and I'm glad I did. It's just got the standard one. Look, it's okay, but if you're really into music, yeah, I'd be looking to get the premium one. There's no speakers back in the back there. I mean, there's some down here, which is fine. No heated seats in this one, no heated steering wheel. One thing that is great is the maps, the infotainment is a lot better. Just having a big Google map or big Apple map, whatever you want there. Oh, Google's turned on now. So that's definitely worthwhile. The dash is a little bit different, like when you turn it on. Oh, I better turn that music off before we get demonetized. The dash is a little bit different. I think it looks good, but I don't see any way you can customize it. At least I haven't found out yet. I'm not saying there isn't a way to do it. Probably in profiles, but I have not seen a way to customize the dash yet, as you can on our XC40. So yeah, that's it, guys. Look, it's still a comfortable car. It's still a really nice car. I've always loved the deco-y air vents and this type of thing. But yeah, look, there's some visibility issues at the back of that. And if I go into reverse right now, like you'll see, this is all you really get. And you know, the mirror's just tilted down. But yeah, little bit issue there. Like, you know, that's what you get. You don't actually get the 360, which I really like. So yeah, driving this is definitely interesting. You know, once I take it back and drive it around for a little bit, maybe I'll have more to say about it. But yeah, I mean, it's nice, it's cool. I've noticed the range is, and the fuel economy is a lot better. This is 9.7 at the moment. I've only driven it, what, 17 Ks or something, but usually my one is sitting around 10.8 to 11.1, somewhere between that range, depending what setting I've got it on, and other factors like AC and the weather, and you know, how hard I'm driving, which is usually not that hard these days, especially in cars like these, which are really made for comfort. I've never driven the R1, so I'm not really sure what that's like. Have driven like the dual motor C40s, and oh, they are good. They are real good. But yeah, look, it's a nice car. If you like these, I reckon you should go check them out. I prefer the lights, I think, on my one, the front lights, but that doesn't mean these lights are bad at all. Still a great looking car. Don't love the color of this though. Having it here, I'm like, oof, not a big fan of the white, but they do have some incredible colors. Okay guys, I've got my Volvo XC40 back, and yeah, glad to have it back. Much prefer the color, and I think I do like the lights better actually. Super interesting. Oh, and this is what I got replaced. Brand new struts, no more crunch. If you have one of these and still warranty, make sure they're not crunchy. I think the 2021 1 models, and beforehand they can be a bit crunchy. This one was a bit crunchy, so check that out. Interestingly, I think this drives better than the one I was just in. So that's the B4. It had the mild hybrid, and it had the front wheel drive, just front wheel drive, not all wheel drive. This one's all drive, it's not a hybrid, and it's turbocharged. And this is the Inscription model. I think that thing was the Plus model, and yeah, it was very bare bones, very basic. I much prefer the interior of my one, even though it's a bit older. I think it's a bit nicer, although everything looks pretty much exactly the same, except for this and the piano black plastics, the glossy plastic. And of course we have the system. Yeah, there are actually parts of this I prefer more than the Google one, and I'm actually pretty surprised about that. Definitely prefer having Google Maps inbuilt, although I actually use Apple Maps because I'm a bit of a weirdo. But I do really appreciate having all Apple CarPlay on the screen. This is also a little bit different. I actually don't mind what they already had in here. But look, I think I was a bit harsh on the other cars. Sounds like I'm a bit harsh. I just am maybe used to this one. But the other one was good. It was really good. Like, if you just want a car and you really want an XC40 and you just want it to go places, it's going to be good. It feels solid. It feels good. I think I prefer like the turbo on this one, and I prefer the all-wheel drive, and I definitely prefer the interior and the sunroof and the heated seats and steering wheel, even though it's like 33 degrees Celsius outside right now. It's not like I'm going to be using it. But one thing I really do prefer was the audio system. The audio system in the other one was good. It wasn't bad, but it sounded very, very stock and very generic. This one is awesome. So, hope you like this comparison of the cars. Don't be afraid of getting an older one with a bit of a higher trim. Honestly, it felt nicer to drive, I thought. But I do still prefer the C40 over both of them, the pure electric one. So, hope you enjoyed it. Keep rolling.